Hi Ben, this is Alison England, and I'm giving you a body shot. Here's the side. Here's the side. Here's the front. Here's the back. Alison England.
God, why do I do it? Why write plays? Why are they the one thing in the world I want to do? Why have I always done them?
Not always, John. I used to write the most marvelous letters, for example, from camp or from boarding school.
But I wrote plays long before that. Long before I could even write, I put on plays.
Oh, well, those things you used to do down in the playroom.
They were plays, Mother. I'd clear the electric trains off the ping pong table so it could be a stage. And I used to use up all the crayons in the house doing the scenery and use up all my allowance bribing Nina and Jigger to be in them.
Yes, and then you'd drag your father and me downstairs and we'd have to sit through the damn thing.
But they were plays, Mother.
Yes, I suppose they were.
What were they about, Mother? Do you remember?
I do not.
My psychiatrist keeps asking me what they were about. He says they could open a few doors for me, but I've blocked them all.
I wish you'd block that psychiatrist.
But if there was a pattern to the plots, if there was some common theme to what I was doing, it would...
It would what?
Explain things. I wish you could remember.
Well, you always gave yourself the lead part. I do remember that.
I'll bet.
And it seems to me that you were always playing the foundling, the outsider, the adopted child.
Is that true?
Yes, I think so. Your father and I would look at each other and roll our eyes and think, what have we wrought? I mean, on you'd come, the poor prince adopted by the gypsies. Or else.
What?
I remember one particularly silly one. You played the court jester and you were wearing a little bathing suit and you put on a red bathing cap and you began dancing all about and being very fresh.
Hold it. Say that again. What did I wear?
Well, you wore your little wool bathing suit that we got from Best & Company and Nina's red bathing cap.
The Red-Headed Dummy.
I suppose.
No, I mean that was the title of my play, The Red-Headed Dummy. It's coming back.
Well, whatever it was, I remember it went on forever and it made us late to dinner somehow.
Good God, Mother, I suddenly realized what I was doing in that play.
Well, I certainly do not.
I think I know. And I think my shrink would agree.
I'm all ears.
It's a little fraudulent, Mother. It's a little raw.
Oh. Well, then I wouldn't be terribly interested. What?
What I was doing was parading my penis in front of my parents.
John, honestly!
I was!
Shh.
The bathing suit, the red cap, the red-headed dummy. Get it?
John,
I was doing a phallic dance.
John, do not be so unattractive.
No, really. I was playing my own penis. Smart kid, come to think of it. How many guys in the world get a chance to do that, especially in front of their parents?
Yes, I think that we should turn to another topic. Alison England.
Come on, Mother, please, think back.
John, I am not going to sit around and rake over a lot of old coals. Life's too short and I'm too old, and thank you very much.
And once again, there goes the obligatory scene right out the door.
You got lost in the shuffle, John. That's what went wrong. I mean, you were born right in the heart of the Depression. Your father was frantic about money and maids and nurses leaving every other day. No one paid much attention to you, I'm afraid. When we had Nina, we were all dancing around thinking we were the Great Gatsby. And then when Jigger came along, we began to settle down, but you, poor soul, were caught in the middle. You used to lie in your crib screaming for attention. And I'm afraid you've continued to do that ever since.
That's it?
That's it, in a nutshell. Look, John, I feel very badly about this. I always have. That's why I found it very hard to talk about. And I've worked very hard. I promise to make it up, but sometimes you just can't work hard enough. You can't hammer out all the dents.
Exit my mother after a brief, unsatisfactory exchange.
That's right, because your mother is now responsible for a meal.
I can see the scene going on just a tad longer, Mother.
How?
I think there's more to be said.
About what?
About you, Mother.
Me?
You! I think there's much more to be said about you.
Oh, such as?
Such as, where were you while the king was in his counting house and the kid in his cradle?
I was here, of course. I was here.
Didn't you pick me up if I was screaming in my crib?
Well, yes. Sometimes, yes.
But not enough.
No. No, not enough.
Why not?
Well, because I was I was a bit preoccupied.
With what?
Oh, John.
With what?
Well, I don't have to say.
With what, Mother?
I was writing a book.
You were what?
I was writing a book. I sat right there at that desk all day, every day, writing a big, long book. And it took up too much of my time and too much of my thoughts, and I'm sorry that it made me neglect you. Oh, God, I haven't told anybody about that book.
Doesn't it feel good to tell me?
Well, not particularly, no.
What happened to it?
I burned it.
You burned it?
Yes, all 620 pages of it. Right there in that fireplace one day when your father was playing golf.
Why?
Because I didn't like it. It didn't work. Something was wrong.
Wow, Mother.
Yeah, I know.